Have you ever stopped to wonder how many people around you are actually investing in the stock market? Not just talking about it, not dreaming about doing it someday, but really putting their money to work. The truth might surprise you. It's both bigger and smaller than you think. Bigger because millions are technically in the market. Smaller because when you look closer, most aren't doing enough to really change their lives. Most people aren't thinking about compounding, long-term growth, or financial freedom. They're thinking about rent, groceries, bills, and the next upgrade for their phone. And that's exactly why the numbers tell such an interesting story. On paper, it looks good. More than half of Americans, roughly 6 out of 10 adults, have some exposure to the stock market. That includes 401ks, retirement funds, mutual funds, or just a few shares they bought because they heard about a company that sounded promising. But here's the catch. That number has barely changed for decades, and just owning stock isn't the same as building wealth. Think about it. Two people can both say they own stocks, but one might have $100 invested while the other has 100,000. Same label, completely different reality. A lot of people are showing up to the gym, but very few are actually lifting the weights. And when it comes to investing, that's exactly what's happening. Still, there's a shift happening with younger generations. About 44% of Americans between 18 and 29 now own stocks. That's nearly half, and that's a huge jump from a decade ago. Gen Z is starting to get it. They're looking around at how expensive life has become and realizing they need to start early if they want any chance at financial freedom later. Even small investments in your 20s can grow into something incredible. Because the secret ingredient isn't just money, it's time. Time is what turns a single dollar into 20. Time is what transforms $100 today into thousands down the road. It's compounding doing its quiet magic in the background while you live your life. Every small choice multiplies. Skipping a coffee today isn't just saving $5. It's like buying your future self 100. Spending $1,000 on a new car isn't just a payment. It's potentially $20,000 your future self won't have. Once you start seeing money that way, everything changes. You realize investing isn't just about cash. It's about mindset, discipline, patience, the ability to delay gratification for something bigger later. And that mindset, more than any strategy or hot stock tip, is what builds real wealth. When you start early, even small steps matter. The median net worth for Americans under 35 is only around $39,000. That includes everything, savings, cars, debt, all of it. So if you're someone already investing consistently, even a few hundred a month, you're setting yourself up to be far ahead of the pack. Because wealth doesn't grow in a straight line. It snowballs. At first it feels slow. Your contributions matter most. But eventually, your investments start making more money than you do. That's when everything changes. Let's put it in perspective. Imagine Alex starts investing $200 a month at 25, and Veronica waits until 35 to do the same. Both stick with it until they retire. Alex ends up with nearly $700,000. Veronica? Less than half of that. The difference isn't luck, it's time. 10 years earlier changed everything. And if you think that's too small to matter, think again. Because the regret people feel later in life almost never sounds like "I invested too much." It's "I wish I started sooner." They look back at the cars that lost value, the gadgets that broke, the vacations that faded, and realize what all that money could have become if it had just been invested. The real cost of waiting isn't missing the next big stock. It's missing time in the market. Time is the one thing you can't buy back. And even though investing has never been easier, with apps, ETFs, and auto investing, so many people still don't do it. Around 38% of adults aren't invested at all. And of the ones who are, many cash out early, panic during downturns, or chase hype. Every time they do, they reset the clock on compounding. So while 62% of people technically own stocks, far fewer are actually letting their money grow long enough to change their lives. That's why being a true investor today is rare. Maybe 20% of people actually give their investments the time they need. Everyone else gets impatient. They want fast results. They panic when things fall. They forget that investing isn't about excitement. It's about consistency. It's like planting a tree and letting it grow. You don't dig it up every time you get nervous about the weather. You let it stay rooted until one day it's giving you shade. Here's the good news. You don't need to be wealthy or a financial expert to start. You just need to begin. Even $50 or $100 a month compounds into something massive over time. The formula is simple. Start, stay consistent, and don't stop. Money doesn't care about intelligence or timing. It rewards discipline and patience. And if you're late to the game, don't panic. You can still make progress by increasing your contributions or creating new income streams. Because ultimately, investing isn't about stocks. It's about choosing yourself. It's deciding that your future matters more than temporary comfort today. The question, how many people actually invest, isn't just a statistic. It's a reminder that if you are investing, you're already doing something most people don't. You're part of the small group that will have freedom while others are still waiting for the right time. So if you're watching this, take this as your sign to act. The perfect time was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Don't wait for life to settle down. Don't wait to earn more. Don't wait for motivation. Just start. Because the market rewards the ones who show up and stay. And in a world where most are waiting, that alone can change your future forever. Millions might be invested, but not enough are doing it right. The future will belong to the few who are patient, consistent, and focused. The only question left is, will you be one of them? Start today, invest, and give your future self something to thank you for. And if you found value in this, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and join our community below. The time to build your future is now. Thanks for watching InvestingFlix, where smart money learns smarter moves. Subscribe for more insights that grow your wealth.